Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, you're welcome. In this video I'm going to be making this nice long bubu dress with a front slit. So if you're interested in this video, please keep on watching, and while at it, please make sure to like this video, share if you can, and if you're not yet subscribed to my channel, please do well by subscribing. So for this dress, I use a total of 3 yards 3 inches fabric, then with the the silky material I added to it. So here I have my fabric folded into two. I'm going to be cutting both the front and the back pieces together. So this is the folded side. I will just open it up. This is one side and this is another side, one for front, one for back. They are both folded into two, as you can see right here. I also went ahead to pin them so that they are static and they are not moving anyhow. And this is very long. I just had to fold it into two so that it can contain to the it can contain in the on the camera. So at the top here, I already marked my starting line. Then the next thing I'm going to be doing is from that starting line, I'm going to measure 3 inches. And then after that, I'll also take my shoulder measurement divided by 2, which is 7.5 inches. Actually, this is not mine, this is for someone, but I'm just going to be saying my. Then from that 7.5 inches, I'm going to go ahead and take 11 inches, which is the length of the sleeve for this dress. So I'll just mark 11 inches here. And after doing that, I'll just mark a measure from the I'll just measure it to know what I have altogether, and I have 18.5 inches altogether. Now from that 11 inches, I'm going to come down by 1.5 inches, and this is just so I could create my shoulder slant. And from that 1.5 inches I came down by, I'm supposed to connect it straight all the way to the 3 inches that I marked for my neckline, but here I mistakenly connected it to the 7.5 inches, but I later corrected myself. So I'm just telling you now, you should connect it to the 3 inches that I first marked for my neckline. Then from that 1.5 inch line, I'm going to measure from my shoulder to my nipple point, and that is going to be about 12 inches. Then since I have 18.5 inches here, I'll come down to that place that I marked 12 inches, and I'll also mark 18.5 inches there, just so I can have a straight line, so I can be able to draw a straight line. Then I'm going to connect from the 1.5 inch I came down from the shoulder, from the starting line to the 12 inches line, so I have a straight line here. Now I want this line to be slanted, so from there I'm going to go in by 1 inch, and I'm going to draw in another line from that 1.5 inches that I came down from at the starting point. I'll just connect it to the 1 inch I drew in, like this. So now this line is going to be a little bit slanted, but if you don't want it slanted like this, you can totally leave it. It's up to you, it's your choice. So after this, I'll measure what I have from the shoulder line to the 12 inches line that I came down by, and what I have, I'm just going to just mark it all along that same line, so I can be able to draw a straight line on there. Now the next thing I am going to do here is to divide my round hip measurements by 4 and add extra 3 inches, both for sewing allowance and for ease. And for this outfit, the round hip is 46 inches, divided by 4 is 11.5 inches, then plus 3 inches, which is 14.5 inches. So I'm just going to measure 14.5 inches all the way to the length of this of the fabric. And after marking the 14.5 inches, I'm going to go ahead and use my ruler to draw a straight line to connect all the lines together. Then on this line here, I'm going to come down by 2.5 inches, and I'll just go ahead and create like a curve so that this side is curved and not just like an angled shape. So it's curved like this. This is the sleeve side, so it curves in perfectly to the rest of the body. Now I'll go ahead and take the length of this gown. I already did that, but for the sake of the video I'll just retake it. So for the length, I want the length of this dress to be 58 inches, and then I added extra 1 inch to it, making this 59 inches. So it's 59 inches. The 1 inch added to it is for hemming the bottom of the dress. Now I'll go over to my neckline. I'm just going to fold this back in, and I'll go over to my neckline and I will draw the length of the neckline. So for this neckline, I'll just come down by 1.5 inches. And then I'll draw a curve like this from the 3 inches to the 1.5 inches. So I already drew a curve there. Now I'm going to go ahead and add ½ inch to the slanted line that I have. Remember, I made a mistake here and I'm yet to correct it, but you should go ahead now to add ½ inch from the 3 inches neckline to the extra 11 inches we added for the length of the sleeve. And then when you add the ½ inch, you just draw a straight line. And the line is still supposed to be slanted. And after that, I'll just go ahead and cut this and cut the fabric. Now I'll cut from this slanted line that I marked at the sleeve. So here I went ahead to add ½ inch from that 3 inch line to the 7 inch line. You still don't have to do this, but this is me still not realizing that I made a mistake. I thought I was cutting the normal kind of outfit, so I went ahead to cut it. And after doing that, I will go ahead and take out my pins and separate both and take out one part. I'll just take out my pins and then I'll take out the back piece so I could use the other one for the front piece. So here I have realized I made a mistake, so I'm just going to put them back together. I'll just put them back together like this, and I'll just draw a straight line at the shoulder line. I'll use my ruler to just draw a straight line from here to here like this. And after drawing this straight line, I will go ahead and cut it. And now you can see that this line is slanted right now. So for the front piece, from the shoulder, I'm going to go down by 8 inches. And then I'm going to mark 2 inches all the way down. Remember, I'm marking this 2 inches from the part that is folded. So I'm marking 2 inches all the way down. And after marking the 2 inches, I'll use my ruler to connect the line, like to draw a straight line from the bottom to the 8 inches line that I came down by. So when I get to the 8 inches line, I'll just like draw a kind of like, not a straight line, but I'll just draw a line to connect it to the 3 inches width that I marked. If you want to can measure, just make this a straight line by marking 3 inches all the way down, but I felt like 3 inches was too much, so I just reduced it to 2 inches. You can also make it 1.5 inches. It depends on how wide you want the extra fabric you're going to be attaching to the front to be. So after doing that, I'll just go ahead to cut this. So this is it now cut. So for the front piece, we now have 2 pieces. So I'll just go ahead and just indicate the wrong side of this fabric so I don't make any mistakes. So I'm just drawing this to identify the wrong side. I'll get the back piece and I will also do the same. And then I'll open up this back piece like this, and I'm just going to fold it into 2 to find the midpoint of the neckline. But before I do that, I'm just going to join the front and the back pieces together. So I'm taking one piece of the front piece and I'm placing it right sides facing. I'm placing it on the back piece. So this is right side facing right side, so I'm just going to place it this way, and I'll get the other side of the front piece. I will also go ahead and place it on the back piece, also right side facing, so the wrong side is facing you. And I'll just go ahead and pin the shoulders so they don't move. So I'll just pin the shoulder here. And then I'll also go ahead, join this one properly and also pin the shoulder. Now I'll go ahead and join the shoulders by 1/2 inch. Remember the 1/2 inch we added? I'll just go ahead and add the 1/2 inch to it. So after this is the clothes, this is the outcome after joining it by 1/2 inch. The next thing I will do is just to fold it into 2 like this, so I can find the midpoint of the back neckline, and I will notch it. And this is it. So you have to create a notch at the middle and you're going to see why. So from that midpoint, I'm going to measure from that midpoint all the way to the side and to the end of one side. And after doing that, I got 63.5 inches. And I have this this material that I already cut out. I already folded it into 2 and also went ahead to iron it. So this is the midpoint. I cut out 63.5 inches on one side and 63.5 inches on, oh sorry, because I added extra inches, so I cut out 66 inches on one side and 66 inches on the other side. So I made sure to have more than 2 inches more. So instead of having shortage of fabric, I have excess which I can always cut out. So this is what I have here. It's folded into 2 and the width of this fabric is 3 inches. The width is 3 inches and the length is 66 inches. So I'll go ahead and open it like this. Remember I said I folded it into 2, so when you open it up, it's going to be 6 inches. So this is it opened up, and I'm just going to open it like this. So from the top here, I'm going to mark how round I want my how low I want my neckline to be. So I'll measure around my neck down to the length I want it to be, and I got 29 inches, although I changed it to 27 inches, but here I made it 29 inches divided by 2, which is 14.5 inches. So measure yours and mark. So I marked 14.5 inches here. And then for the length of for the slit length, I marked 15 inches from the bottom, although I later increased it to 24 inches because I realized I wanted my slit to be above my knee. So I increased it to 24 inches. And also remember the extra inches on this band so that you can put it in consideration when measuring. So I'm going to sew from here down to the in the middle to this other line. You know, from the lines I'm going to just sew in between the lines. And after that, this is what I have. I know it is ruffled, but just make sure to iron it properly. So I'm just going to open it like this. As you can see, I'll just open it carefully like this. And after opening it, this is what I am going to have. I'll just go ahead and iron this properly. I'll just go ahead and iron it properly. So this is the round neckline area, and this is the slit area. This is the slit area. As you can see, it's short, so that was why I later increased it. And it's better you do it now that you are not yet, you've not attached it to your fabric. So you have to just put this on to know how everything fits. If it's too short, you loosen it a little bit, and if the neckline is too long, you stitch it up a little bit again. So now I'll just bring my main piece and I'll turn it to the right side. So the right side is facing me right now. And so remember, we notched the midpoint. So I'm going to take the midpoint of this piece here. I'm going to place the midpoints on the midpoint of my back neckline, and I'll just pin it, and then I'll go to my sewing machine and sew it like this all the way to the length. So I'm just pinning it, and after pinning it, I'll just go ahead and sew it. So how I do it is, this side I'm pinning, I sew it all the way down first, and then I come to the other side from the top again, I sew it down as well. So that's how I did it. So I'll just sew it all the way down by half an inch down to the length like this. And after doing it, I'll go ahead and sew the other side from the top all the way again down to the length. And after that, you will notice that I had some extra inches left at the bottom, which is better. So this is it. This is the wrong side where I just joined. You can see the extra inches left. So I'm just turning it over to the right side so you can see what it looks like at the right side. So this is the right side. Very nice, very pretty. So this is the right side, and you can see here that the slit is now high, a little bit higher than it was before. And this is the excess fabric there. So this is what the slit is looking like. I'll just go ahead and trim off this excess fabric here, and then I'll come over to the sleeve. So I'm just going to open the sleeve like this, and I'm going to measure what I have here. And after I measured it, I got 24.5 inches, and then I cut out this band, and the length of this band is 26.5 inches. I just like to have excess so I can be able to cut off the excess. So, and the width of this band is 6 inches, folded into 2 is 3 inches. I already went ahead to iron it properly. That's why it's looking so neat like this. So I'm going to turn over to the right side of my fabric, and I'm going to place this like this, and then I'll sew it all along by half an inch. After doing that, I'll go over to the other side of my sleeve, open it up as well to the right side, and then I'll take a band as well. I'm just going to open this up. So this is it opened up like this. It's 6 inches opened up like this, and you can see that it's folded at the middle, so it's folded like this, making it 3 inches. So I'll just place it like this, and I'll go ahead and sew it. And after joining it, after sewing it, this is what it looks like. You can go ahead and weave all the raw edges, and this is what the top is looking, this is what the sleeve is looking like right now. You can also cut off the excess. Now the next thing I'm going to do is just to flip it over to the wrong side and join it by half an inch. So I joined it by half an inch, sorry, I joined it by 1 inch rather. So, and I also went ahead to attach pockets to it. I have a full tutorial, a detailed tutorial on how to attach these inseam pockets. I'll just leave it in the description box so you can check it out if you don't know how to attach pockets. Okay, so I have trimmed off the excess fabric, so I'll just join it by 1 inch, and when I get to my pockets I'll join it by half an inch, then I'll continue by 1 inch, sewing it by 1 inch all the way down to the length of this. And I'll also do the same to the other side, join it by 1 inch, join it by half an inch on the pocket area, and 1 inch all the way down. And after that, this is the end result. I'll just hem the bottom as well after doing that, and this is the end result of this dress. You can see it's a little bit it's a little bit bigger on me, although I can also rock this, but this is for someone that is bigger than I am, just a little bit bigger than I am. And this is the end result of this beautiful dress, looking so pretty and so nice. Thank you so much for watching this video, and you have watched to the end. Thank you so much. Please make sure to like, share and subscribe. Bye.